I should be live now. Okay. Should probably make a post about me being live right now. I meant to go live earlier. What's up, Prince Gamer? I meant to go live earlier, but I was a little preoccupied this morning. What's up? How's everybody doing? This is gonna be another chill building stream. I might do some love requests later as well. I'm gonna be finishing up this layout. Have I ever wanted a raid level? Of course I want one of my levels to get rated eventually. I mean, that would make people want to check out my level more. If my levels get rated, you know. That would be really cool. But the main reason I create is because it's fun. If one of my levels ends up getting rated, that's like a bonus. That's payday, baby. Hope everybody's doing great right now, though. I'm doing my best to make the swing copter not annoying. I know a lot of people don't like the swing copter. But if I can make the most inoffensive swing copter gameplay possible, maybe people will have fun with it. I only have like 5 more seconds of gameplay to make as well. Yo, how's it going, Good Green? Alright. Yep, Skelly guy was here. Might still be here. I don't know. Who knows? I need the swing copter section to be more open. Because for the deco in this part, it's very important that there's a lot of space for the player to be able to see the backgrounds. Just in case. Do I feel sick at all? No, I kind of been doing like yard work all morning. So, I'm a little, yeah. Feeling a little iffy right now, but other than that, I'm doing pretty good. That's probably why I sound a little different, most likely. I'm actually going to put the portal after that. That's better. Yeah. Mowed some lawns. Didn't trim like any hedges though. Because it's winter and there's like no hedges to trim. The plants aren't growing. Yeah. Yeah, how's it going, Brad? Well, let me see if I can do the swag route. I'll put a swag route up here. I'm gonna color in the keys to make them the limbo key colors. Will the keys do anything? No. Just felt like putting them there though. I know how I could do this. Like a slope here. Probably actually move it back one. It's all good, man. It's all good. Homework is important after all. Interesting. Hold on, I gotta. The chat profile pictures are a little small. Let me open up your channel so I could see it. Better. Give me a second. Yeah, it's pretty good. I like it. Also, congrats on 500 subs. That's a pretty big number. Nice. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Hey, you're probably going to hit 1,000 subs this year. If you keep going at the rate you're going. I'm going to increase the size of this orb. There we go. That's a better hitbox. I'll put a... Let's go with a red pad here. Do I have Geode? I will have Geode sometime next month. Sometime next month, I plan on figuring out how to fix the issue where my MacBook just does not let me install mods. And then I'm going to have Geode then. But as of right now, I unfortunately don't have Geode. This a smaller spike. How's it going, Marwan Gamer? Okay, I think somewhere around here. Like right here is like the perfect spot. No, here. Green arms are essentially just indicators for this Wincopter. Every end lyrics? I don't think every end has lyrics. Yo, what's up, Async? Didn't see you enter the chat. It's probably a smart choice. I've had to pause a couple projects and get better with the editor first as well. See to pin and send links and posts. Wait, what? You're not able to like put links and pin stuff in posts anymore? That's weird. That sounds super duper annoying. How's it going? How's it going, Phil? 3502001. W numbers. Yo, what's up, Luke? Gameplay looks really good. Thank you. I'm not actually sure if it plays really good since I haven't gotten any playtesters to play yet, but hopefully by the end of the stream, all the gameplay and structure should be done. Oh, y'all haven't even seen the ship gameplay I cooked up. I did put the early version of the ship gameplay in a post. Let me Oh, y'all also haven't seen the ball gameplay. Hold on, let me Let me turn off the start position real quick. How far back does this take me? From here. There's some ship and wave. Thank you, Phil. Yeah, but I'm a pretty big fan of the ship gameplay I made. I think it's very fun. Hmm. Anyways, once I'm done with the swing gameplay, I'm gonna go back to every gameplay part I've made so far, and I'm gonna finish up all the structures. And that will be it for the progress y'all will see until I release the decoration building video for this. Because that's the plan for this one. What phrase are we banning today? None so far. If some random phrase starts getting spammed in chat, I'll ban that phrase for the stream. But so far, it's all good. Progress due to you saving your account progress. That sucks. I'm so scared. So I deleted GD off my phone on accident one day. So now I have to re-sign into GD on my phone. And I'm so scared that if I sign into my account on my phone, I'll lose all my progress because it might sync to my phone instead of to my PC. Not PC, my Mac. Hey, Phil. I've got good news for you, though. Word on the street is sometime either this month or next month, we're getting a new event level made by Kira9999. So that's gonna be hype. Get on Mac and load it onto the phone. It's just I had a saving I had a account saving scare not too long ago where all my progress from like an old on my account from like an old iPad saved onto my phone when I opened up the iPad GD on the iPad, and it basically reversed all my stats to like a former version. My icons looked ugly because I was rocking some ugly icons back on that iPad. I was like, oh no. But thankfully, at that time, I had all my newest progress saved on my phone. Let me put some structures down. I had all my newest progress saved on my phone, so it was all good in the end. I mean, Ninth Circles is technically already. I'm pretty sure Ninth Circles is already a hell themed level, though, is it not? Because it's like Nine Circles is already themed off of Dante's Inferno, the Nine Circles of Hell. mean, this can be another like little straight fly or section, something like that. Except it'll have to be a bit wider because of the mini swing. What about me? Yeah, got a lot of mods in chat today. Okay, gotta move this a little closer. This level actually uses every single game mode, including duel, because there's like a duel for like half a second over here. So in the span of 43 seconds, I've managed to jam pack around 43 seconds, which is how long the song is. I managed to jam pack the whole level full of every single game mode. Yo, I just heard the weirdest sound. Kind of creeped me out for a second there. Yo, Skelly, you should definitely answer the question I asked in the post. I actually really wanna know your answer to that. You should answer that question in the Q&A. How's it going, Emerald? I think all I really need to do now is add structures. Oh, I also need to put a cube portal here. Because at the end of the level, there will be a transition involving the cube falling. So got to set that up real quick. I should probably move the platform down. Yeah. Now I've handed out mod very, very sparingly. I only have like 7, at most 7. I think it's actually 6. It's somewhere around either 6 to 7 mods. And no, that's not intentional. 6-7 is not funny anymore. It never really was. Chill with the 6-7. But I'm pretty sparing with the mods. All the people who are mods on the stream are people who I trust to be mods. I know some people do it differently. I know Kagreen has like every person in Kagreen's chat is a mod, which has worked out surprisingly. But I'm a little bit more selective. Yo, I have a bone to pick with Stereo Madness. How come every time the song Stereo Madness plays in the stream, the VOD gets like blocked in like two different countries? I think it gets blocked in Russia and some other random country that I've never heard of. Yeah, it makes sense. For like a little while there, Kigreen, you were like modding people like crazy. Oh, I gotta fix that. I think if I just put a portal up here. Can't install Julian. Hmm. Alright, I think the easiest way to fix what's happening right here is just to layer a bunch of pink pads over. I can probably turn on hide for them. Nice. Cool. And then these pads, which I will all link together, are going to be hidden. There it is, no particle. Oh, there it is. Okay. Should probably also put an options trigger so that people can't just jump over the pad. We'll also extend the platform with a slab. There we go. Also, 9, unfortunately, I don't take level requests through the chat. If I decide to do some level requests later this stream, I'll open up a forum. Sorry, I'll also, that's, them's just kind of the rules. Alright. Gonna put the random trigger down here now. Not random trigger, options trigger. So initially, I will say initially the idea for this level was that it was going to be a randomized level. But then I decided, you know what, that's like too technical for me, and this is going to be the 100 subscriber special when it's done. So I kind of want to be able to get this level out by sometime at late January. And I don't think if I was working on the layout being randomized, I don't think that would have happened. Actually, I think I just keep disabled player 1 controls on for the rest of the level after that. Let me swap that out for a yellow pad. So I feel like the yellow pad felt like it had more synchronization with the slide whistle. And I got a lag spike. Unfortunate. I like the yellow pad more. Shake Totino's, bro. Shoutouts Totino's Pizza Rolls. Man, I haven't had those in a long time, but if I recall correctly, they taste really, really good. Alright, time to put down some structures. I think I know what I'm going to do for this one. There we go. Hey, someday I'm gonna do a globe stream. It'll be awesome. But I gotta get Geodes first. Okay. Is that like the end of the level? Not really. There's gonna be like a little like sort of like pseudo cutscene here where the player's just like moving for a little bit. But yes, this is the end of the gameplay. The gameplay is over after this part. Yeah, yeah. The song is only 43 seconds. So I think for a total of like 41 seconds of gameplay, almost 42, I think I did pretty good. Now, considering that this is a demon, it's medium length as well, means it most likely will never get rated, even once it's finished. However, that doesn't matter because this level will, no matter what, this level is going to be like the best level in the game, and everybody will already know it, rated or not. Nah, but like, I think once I'm done with the level, I'm going to be really proud of it. This will, once I'm done with this will be my best level so far. Definitely will end up being better than Boogie Ball. That's for sure. Ah, yes. Yes, I am just the best. Everybody knows this. I am the GOAT. How do you think some people like get like major egos over like the smallest things? How do you think that happens? I just find that really fascinating how some people like get so up in their own heads about things. Like just because like somebody like says they look all right. Oh man, you look all right. Yes. This means I look amazing. And I'm the coolest looking person. You know? I don't know. I knew a couple of people back in the old school days, specifically middle school. I knew a couple of people who thought they were the goat, the goats, the best of all time, who constantly acted like everybody was below them. And around Rose High School, and literally nobody ever talked to them. I don't know. They peaked in middle school. Kind of sad, honestly. Because ideally, you wanna peak like maybe like when you're like 40 or something. I think that would be like the ideal age to have like your peak years. Oh yes, back in my day. Bro, shout out to AJ Klauke, the GOAT. Yo. Last stream there was somebody who like popped in like towards the end of the stream named Spoon. And they put in like two emojis. They put in the nerd emoji and then the pointing up and then said voice, implying that I had the actually kind of voice. They were trying to be AJ Klauke so bad, but they could never. They could never mimic his mastery of the ways. Nah, but like, um, got featured, dude. Imagine. I've been working on a Nine Circles layout. It's been like an on and off thing. It's pretty fun so far. I am yet to make the wave parts though. I'm yet to make the wave parts. I'm still working on the pre-drop. I want the level to be as fun as possible because if the gameplay's really good and then the deco is like still Nine Circles, but it's like maybe a little bit more like unique, maybe a little bit more artsy than like the average Nine Circles level. Hopefully, I can get a Nine Circles level rated in the modern day. Would be very, very cool. Because people do make like unique Nine Circles levels all the time nowadays, but like you don't really see any of them get rated. Back in the old days, tidal wave. Tidal wave being top one. That's yeah, sure is a it sure is a whole back in my day type of thing. Feels like tidal wave hasn't been a top one for like years at this point, but that's just because of how many quote-unquote top ones have been verified and like been getting verified lately. It's like top one after top one after top one. It's all it is. It's so fast. Everything's going way too fast. Put like a big gear here or something. Orbit will not be a top one. I think Mindcap already said that. Zoink himself already said that. Mindcap is not allowing Zoink to buff it to top one. Despite what some of the GD news shorts channels might lead you to believe. But I think Orbit might, maybe not top 8. I think it might be like top 11. That's my prediction, is Orbit top 11. Haven't played the weekly in months. That's not true. Didn't you play Red Alert? Also, I lost my weekly streak. Really sad about that. Really interesting. I feel like I recall you saying you played Red Alert, but I might just be gaslighting myself. Yeah. No, hold on. I'm actually gonna exit out, go to the weekly safe, and look at my streak, because I had a streak going for a little while. Yeah, I beat Touch the Orbs, Bub, Red Alert, and Stranded. I also initially had a streak with, I mean, technically with Ink River, Kingdom Hearts, Brave New World, but Ink River wasn't actually the weekly. But then I got broken by Digital Z, which is a level I refuse to touch. I feel like that level just has some of the worst drop gameplay I've ever played. I'm really shocked Red Alert was rated Demon. It is genuinely the easiest Demon in the game now. I think hands down. It's easier than Sea Hunter, which is what I thought was the easiest Demon in the game for a little while. But at least Sea Hunter has like a couple parts that I guess you could consider maybe learning. It also has that invisible blue pad that you cannot see, that has no indicator for, but it's there anyways, and it makes so you click there, but then the click registers for the click above, and then you die because the click. Hey, at some point, you guys were eating good with GD Light, I'm pretty sure, because you guys could play that one series of levels GD Cullen made, the platformers. Nice. It's pretty cool. I'm thinking about what to do for right here. Okay, for right here, I'll probably just make a little platform. Let me pause. Okay. Make a platform here, and I'll give it some slope texturing. actually extend this. I'm gonna extend the platform. I'm pretty bad at platform on mobile. Last time I played a platform on mobile, I just could not get through it. But then again, it was one of those levels where you have to like, what do they call it? They have a word for it in the platformer community. I think it's called needling, where you have to needle in between spikes and stuff. I got oh, excuse me. I got decently far, but then I just like I couldn't get past a certain click, and I just kind of gave up. Dude, shout out to Dead God Cult. Dead God Cult's so fun. It's so addicting. I go back and replay Dead God Cult all the time. That level had my vote for the nominees for the GD Awards 2025. I really hope people don't forget that it exists and more people nominate it. The levels I really want to see get nominated are Dead God Cult, Redeemer, and Heavy Gears. Those are like the only ones I truly care if they get nominated or not. Like those are like the top 3 that I really want to see in the awards. Also, it's not gonna happen, but I really want Rob to re-rate Redeemer to Mythic. So badly, bro. Also, I'll probably do like another Heavy Gear stream at some point, maybe next week. So far, I've just been playing off stream for a little while. Yeah, my nominations were for like for like beginner demon, for like the easy medium demons. My nomination went to Holding On by Ren 241. Because while Skeletal Shenanigans is a level that kind of caters to me with like the whole skeleton theme and stuff, I had to go with the level that really like left like an impact on me for a couple days. I couldn't stop thinking about Holding On. That level's beautiful. For the next demon nomination, my nomination of course went to Heavy Gears. I mean, how could it not? And then for Extreme Classic, I, of course, went with Redeemer. Which, by the way, if any of you watching have not watched the Redeemer Showcase and still have yet to fill in your nominations for the GD Awards, go ahead and watch the showcase, and then I think it might compel you, because of how beautiful it is, to vote Redeemer. Please vote Redeemer. If there's any Extreme that deserves to get nominated, it's Redeemer. I don't. I haven't seen Azure, so I can't really speak much on Azure. But Redeemer made me cry when I watched the showcase for Redeemer. It genuinely made me shed tears. It just like has it's so much emotion packed into one level. All right, see you, man. Thanks for stopping by. Check something. All right. I think I can actually move that over and keep it skinnier. It looks a little weird when it's like 3 blocks wide. I'm gonna add some here. Some spikes down. There we go. Put some spikes here. There we go. Yo, did y'all see Champo by Destra finally got rated? Unfortunately, it didn't get the legendary it deserved. Got an epic instead. It took Rob like so long to rate that level. Unironically, it took him like a month. Yeah. No, like Champo got straight up robbed. I'm not gonna lie. I don't say that about too many levels, but like Champo definitely got robbed. It's a glow level that actually uses glow pretty well, which you don't see that often these days, unfortunately. Has really like trippy visuals, great energy, really fun gameplay. I think the only thing that kind of, I guess, holds it back a little bit is that the UFO sections are a little laggy due to all the particles. But you can just turn on LDM, and fixes all that lag, and you still get most of the visuals, same energy, same gameplay. So it has a really good LDM too. Got robbed by Rob. What can I say? uh, hey, all I know is that Boogie Ball has been sent by a mod at some point. Because it was in the sent tab. I forgot to screenshot it, but it was in the sent tab at one point. But that's about it. I don't think it's been sent by any other mods. That was before I requested Boogie Ball in Sync Stream. Because there was one mod that I knew I could like send the level through DMs, so I decided, oh, you know what, that would be really quick. Sure, all right. Nice. There we go. I'm actually gonna another one of these guys here. Should help reduce like unfair feelings about the gameplay or something. Because that's like really close. Never mind, I fixed it. I fixed it with it still being able to look better. There we go. I like how you could use the green orbs as indicators in the swing copter, because they basically just do nothing. They have like a little bit of an effect on the swing copter's trajectory, just like a little bit, but pretty much nothing. Nice. All right. I'm gonna build a little thing here. Cut off that. Oh, wrong object. There we go. And edit objects. No, edit group. Extra. No touch. Yeah. There we go. Put that there. Add a group extra, no touch. I can finish off this structure here. Nice. All right. If I put a slope here, there we go. It's a structure for sure. You know what? That's better. Potassium 40. Yeah. Bro, I remember when I was learning about Half-Life in physics. Bro, I'm so stupid. I couldn't stop thinking about Half-Life, like the video game Half-Life. Made it really hard to pay attention in those classes. I couldn't stop thinking about the scientist from Half-Life saying, "Ah, Mr. Freeman." Never played that. I'm a pretty big fan of Half-Life 1 and 2. They're some of my favorite games of all time. We will never get Half-Life 3 though, even though we got Half-Life Alyx, which, you know, is canon. I think at least. We're not getting a direct sequel to Half-Life, and I feel like it might be best that way. It makes the story feel a lot more eldritch, and I like that about it. You know, having those questions that are unanswered. It's kind of like cool in a way. I don't know. A lot of people would disagree with me on that because a lot of people really want Half-Life 3, but I don't know, I feel like it ended on like a really good note. Yeah, some stories are better left with questions unanswered. That's just kind of how it is sometimes. What's the number? Don't doesn't somebody have to like eat like a million bananas before they actually like start to get radiation poisoning? It's some wacky number like that. Sorry about the loud background noise. Don't know if my mic could pick that up. think that's all the surfaces covered. Although I do think I'm actually going to get rid of the spikes on this surface, on this side. There's kind of no need for them to be there. All right. It's pretty good so far. I like this little thing I made, like this little. I'll probably put something cool here once I'm decorating it. Interesting. It was a little confusing when he said micros. That doesn't make sense. It's like a really small amount. Interesting. I gotta turn off show hitboxes real quick. Alright, that's pretty good. Ooh. I think I'm gonna turn off the hitboxes for these small things here. Interesting. Huh. It's pretty interesting. Yeah, Chernobyl's like top 10 worst things to happen in humanity because now people are like afraid of nuclear energy, even though it's the cleanest, it's like energy source we can possibly make. The most efficient clean energy source too. Council Bravo. Actually, I haven't heard of that one. Yeah, Chernobyl absolutely could have been avoided, but like, I feel like the people who were staffed at Chernobyl didn't take their jobs seriously enough. I think that's like genuinely what happens. Mm-hmm. Have y'all seen the pictures of like the wildlife in the Chernobyl area? Crazy stuff. Yeah, real gnarly. Oh my god, 1,500 objects already. Thanks, man. Yeah, I think most of the structures I've made for this level look pretty good. And if I extended the ending to that far, 45, 46 seconds. Interesting. Okay. I'll figure out when to have the level actually like end. Probably later. Probably during the decorating phase. Nuclear explosion. That's really interesting. I did not know that. I thought it was just a full-on nuclear. Did I? Did I think it was a full-on nuclear explosion? I didn't know it was a steam explosion, but I don't think I thought it was a nuclear explosion. Because I do know that Chernobyl, it was like the radiation just started like spreading, like the world's most dangerous virus. I know that. What's the name of this level? So far, the only part of the name I'm revealing is the abbreviation for it, which is this. Thing is, if I reveal the name of the level now, it wouldn't make any sense at all. Wow. It's real unfortunate. Again, I really wish Chernobyl had never happened. We would, unironically, I feel like we might have been living in like a utopian society around nuclear energy by now if Chernobyl never happens. I can probably keep this area empty. Probably decorate with some air deco. Yeah. I think the structures in this part are done. A few changes might be made to like just like this part or something. Actually, straight up, I'm just gonna delete this part. Um, there we go. Why don't I allow love requests through the chat anymore? Because somebody sent NSFW with love requests through the chat. With a Google form, I'm able to get them to put down their in GD name. I'm able to control how many love requests happen by opening up the form and then closing it in like within a few minutes. It's just a lot better. And if they put like an in-GD name that doesn't match the level, I probably just won't play their level, the level that's requested, because then I'll know like, oh, this is somebody who's like sending in like, unless it's like a rated level they want me to play. I don't know. It's just like Google Form just makes it a lot easier to be safe with these things. Yeah, it's a convenience thing and also partially a safety thing too. I don't want the people watching my stream to just like randomly get flashed with like some NSFW image that none of us want to see. Really want to avoid that from happening again. What is NSFW? Not safe for work. Basically, just something inappropriate. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about this gear. I think I'm gonna make like a mound or a hill instead. Kind of would match the structuring of this part as well. Anyways, time to get to sloping. Making slopes. That's what I do. I make the slopes and I'm sloping. Okay. Oh my god. Hold on. There we go. I could have just clicked on the free move snap and rotate to turn them off. I don't know why I made it such a hassle right there. Why do those slopes look like eyebrows? Um, I see it now. This is like the side closest to like the nose, and then there's like the thing going over the eye. I don't know. I don't think there's necessarily a reason why, but now I can't unsee that they do look like eyebrows. Well, this one specifically. Yo, how's it going, Chicken Nugget Mobile? Yep. It's pretty awesome. I might reach 200 subs at some point soon. Who knows? Probably not, but hey, I didn't expect to reach 100 subs until this year. So, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, you were in the chat pretty early on. Nice. Alright, I think for the most part, all the structures are done here. I might adjust some of them a little bit later. Yeah. A bunch of the non-essential aesthetic structures will probably be worked on later during the deco phase. When's my next dedicated level request stream? Might do one in late January. I don't know. I'm kind of holding off on doing more dedicated level request streams for a bit. And they'll be back eventually, though. For the time being, I might do level requests on stream every now and then. I might like decide, I'm gonna open up the level request form, and then I'll do level requests then. But for now, um, it's kind of just that. You'd rather play Cosmos or not? I honestly, I wouldn't want to subject myself to Cosmos. I've heard really bad things about the gameplay. It's also way too hard. It's like way too difficult for me. Back on track. Or back on track? Oh, nah. Nah, that's too much, man. That's way too much. I'd rather do VSC than back on track. Back on track is literally an impossible level. Nobody's beaten that yet. I wouldn't want to play that. Come on. Who do you think I am? Definitely got to be VSC over back on track. I think all the structures in the wave are good too. Dude, my best on back on track is 0%. I can't get past the first click. First click is so difficult you'd think Riot made it. Yo, welcome back, Green. I nerfed the spider a little bit. That's kind of like the last thing I really have to do here before this level's ready for deco is I gotta add structures to the UFO. Back on track or unnamed 0. But unnamed 0 is like at least 100 places higher on the impossible level list than back on track. So I'm going to have to go with back on track. Yeah, I know. It's so crazy how people keep reposting unnamed 0 in the recent tab. Like how do they do it, man? The level's literally impossible. They're definitely all hacking it. Whoa, y'all peep that lag spike? What is that? That's crazy. finish up this structure here. Probably slope it out real quick. There we go. The UFO is also a little bit nerfed, primarily to make it a little bit more consistent. Yo, what's up, Bagel? How did we even start talking about radiation earlier? You mentioned potassium, and then I said something about how many bananas would it take until somebody died of radiation poisoning. I think that's how we started talking about radiation earlier. What's this level? Bagel, this level is the layout for the 100 subscriber special decoration building video. I'm just finishing up the structures right now. All the gameplay is done. It's very exciting. Chewing on tinfoil. What's that one? What's that one metal that you can actually chew like gum? I don't know. I watched like a Vsauce short about it. It's like there's like a metal that you can actually chew like gum. Low-key disgusting, but it's kind of like cool at the same time, though. Gallium. It might be gallium. I think that's what it was. True gold, though. Yeah, but gold is much more tough. I also need to finish up some of the structures here. Yeah. Y'all ever tried like wooden silverware? Oops. My family, whenever we like host like family gatherings or parties or something like that. We have like these wooden bamboo plates that are disposable and environmentally friendly, and then we have like, and those are cool. They're really like surprisingly very sturdy. But then we have the wooden silverware, and low key, kind of hard to eat with those because they just feel really weird to like eat with. I don't know. Like until the wood is like no longer dry, very unpleasant eating experience. Yeah. Yeah. I had some really good ice cream last night. See's Candy, really good like chocolate and like candy company is doing like a collaboration with an ice cream company. I forget which one. I already threw out the carton. It was a really small, like a pint's worth of ice cream, but did a collaboration with an ice cream company, and they had like this ice cream where you have like California like caramel brittle inside of like a vanilla ice cream, and it's so good. It's so good that like that took me like the course over like 3 days to finish the whole thing, because that's like a lot of calories, but it was so delicious. Yo, I didn't even know there was a leaderboard for this. It's kind of wild. Yeah, async isn't there. That's strange. I guess async just hasn't gotten any XP yet. Or something. Gotta go. Hey, thanks for something, Bikey Green. You guys want to know how many digits of pi I've memorized? It's kind of a lot, but 3.14159. I may have gotten those numbers wrong anyways. That's all I remember. I used to know a couple more, but I was never one of those math freaks who are capable of learning like hundreds of numbers in a row. I was good at math, but I was just like not godlike at math. All those people who like participate in like the pie remembering contests, those people are genuine like superhumans, bro. Like that's a superpower, being able to like memorize that many numbers in a row. Nice. That's pretty impressive. Do anyone know what the world record for like memorizing digits of pi is? It's got to be like somewhere up there in like thousands of digits. 70,000 digits? What? Oh, dude. How do people even like figure out what digits are in pi? How do they calculate that? How do they know there's like a 5 like in between a 9 and a 3 somewhere? Is it just whatever like a calculator spits out? Do they have like a special calculator that just spits out like an unlimited number of digits? Or do they have to like do research to figure out, oh, what's the next digit of pi? Okay, computers. I guessed as much. Um, all right. Let's see. Can I play your level? Probably not. Sorry. Yeah. I'm not taking level requests at this current moment. Still trying to figure out if I'm going to take any level requests this stream. Yeah. The people in chat will definitely play it. You know why? Because the people in chat are awesome. $31 314 digits of pi have been memorized. So, I have a question. If we're able to calculate like the circumference of like a circle and like the area of a circle or whatever, like we actually like use pi for, using like just a few digits of pi, why do we need to know 314 trillion digits? Or for that matter, why do we even need to know 100 digits? Genuine question. Bragging rights. You know what? You're so right about that. That's so true. I like to picture like there's just like some huge math nerds like sitting at like a lunch table somewhere, just just saying, "Ha, you're stupid. You don't know the 151st digit of pi, loser." You know, something like that. You know what the funniest thing about what that awful bit I just did is? As I was doing that bit, I could see the viewer count go down by one. Somebody was not a fan of that bit. We had like a math person in chat, and not in chat, but like in the stream, and they got personally offended by my bit there or something. They're like, no, no, he's on to us. Well, I mentioned, well, I memorized 600 digits. Like, in all seriousness, it is like a very impressive, like truly, like super impressive thing to like be able to memorize so many digits of pi that like if you can memorize more digits of pi that than can like show up on like a fancy calculator, you know, you have all the bragging rights in the world because that is like, how did you do that? You are a supercomputer. Your brain is crazy if you can do that. I think one of the main reasons why so many people don't like math is because teachers and like the school system force students to like solve math problems a certain way, even if there's an easier like method to do it. They have to solve math problems a certain way, which which only like makes sense for certain like problems where like yeah the most efficient and accurate way to get the answer for something is this, but that's because like it's the efficient way. Teachers will make you do like oh you have to first you gotta solve this number, then you have to find the square root, then you gotta solve like the number on the other side, and you have to multiply it by like a multiplication of a multiplication, and you gotta like swap the numbers around on the sides and like but then there's just like a oh yeah you just like solve for this side and then you like subtract and like there you go, and it's like it's like it really makes people hate math when they have to do math a certain way. I know that's the reason why so many people do not like math. Hey, Skelly guy, your guess is as good as mine. I listen, listen. The numbers of pi. That's for the professionals to figure out. Hey, so far the structures for the structures for this part are looking pretty fire, pretty good. Ay ay ay! Is that the swing game mode? Yo, for Halloween, somebody should dress up as a swing game mode. It would scare everybody. Scariest costume ever. The swing. I think people just like. I think the people who like say, "Oh, swing, this swing section's awful," and put it like every level that has a swing section, they like say, "Oh, worst swing section ever." I think that's unironically probably just a skill issue because the swing is like the hardest game mode. People say the wave is the hardest game mode, but it isn't actually the hardest game mode. People just make really hard wave sections. Yeah. Another thing about the swing is that people just don't make very good swing gameplay. That's another factor, is that there isn't a lot of levels have good use of the swing. Good uses of swing that come to mind are Slasher by Whirl, Poetry by Lazurfa, even Caramel by Lazurfa has a pretty good swing section. Video carried is wild. Yeah, I'd actually agree Robot's probably the hardest game mode. Because there's a lot more precision with the robot. And the factor that you have to like hold and release. But I feel like it's also on par with the swing then. Not the swing. With the wave. Because when I put it that way, the robot's kind of just like a cube version of the wave. I feel enlightened after figuring that out. You know, there's a lot of abysmal robot sections out there. There's this one level that uses the Nuke Powder song. It was like the first level that was rated with the song Nuke Powder, and it got re-rated to Demon at some point because of how difficult the robot is. The robot's so difficult in that level that it's so bad. But top 3 most difficult game modes, definitely the wave, the robot, and the swing. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. The swing is literally based off of a custom game mode frequently used in Extreme Demons. The fact that it's a difficult game mode is not surprising. Now, the Spider's one of the easier game modes. Well, yeah, it can be decently precise. It's the fact that it's, like, immediate is what makes it, like, one of the easier game modes. Talk. If a new game mode was added, what would it be? Well, okay, Bagel. I don't think it's true that we have enough game modes. Well, yeah, we have enough game modes for classic mode. I think there need to be more game modes that are exclusive to platformer. So if there were to be new game modes, I think they would be platformer exclusive. Because I think there are some actual, like, interesting game modes that could be made for platformer. Because yeah, people have made like concepts of like new game modes in platformer and like, oh, I'm building the wave in platformer and stuff like that. But what if we actually had like in-game new stuff for platformer? That would be really cool. Plus, have you played like all the custom game modes like you can find in like classic levels? In one of the most recent weeklies, called Stranded, they had this game mode called I think it was called the Pogo, or something, and it genuinely just plays like so terribly. It's not fun to play. And not because it's like a custom game mode making it inconsistent. No, it was very consistent. It just wasn't a fun game mode to play. I think what can make fun gameplay in classic mode has kind of already been explored, and we already have all of those, like in the game already. Cube that's like fun. You know what would be interesting is a portal that like changes the cube hitbox. That would be cool, but I don't think we ever get that. Unfortunately, I think that's like too out there for Rob Top. If Rob Top is unwilling to rate something like, um, if it is unwilling to rate something like Touch the Orbs Bub legendary, I don't think he'd be willing uh, to put in like a portal that like changes like the dimensions of the cube. Although that, like I said, that would be really cool and lead to some very interesting gameplay. He would also have to like make completely new physics. If possible for a coin. I thought about having a coin in this level, so let me disable this start position real quick and go back to the start of the level. Let me do a practice run. So up here, I put like this is probably just going to be like an Easter egg, but up here, at the start of the level, there's this, and if you double click fast enough, you can take an alternate path. And I thought about maybe making it a coin, but not so sure about that. Thing is, I'm a little nervous that if I put a coin into this medium length demon level, it's less likely to like get rated. And my goal with this level is not necessarily to get rated, but it would be nice for it to have a chance. What do y'all think of the World Game Oh, dude. Listen, I had a feeling. I think a lot of us had a feeling that it just wasn't true. What really made me think, oh, this guy might not be legit, is when he showed his attempt count on Club Step and it was like 2 million, which is like, that. There's no way. There's no way. 2 million attempts? I could have maybe believed somewhere around 1 million, but 2 million is like way too much. I didn't really trust the attempt count, which made it, you know, it's a little devastating because I really wanted to believe that he beat all those Rob Top levels blindfolded, but like, it wasn't really surprising. If you've watched any of the other videos that aren't like his blindfolded completions on his channel, you'll know that he's like really good with VFX. He's like really good with VFX. So it just wasn't surprising to find out that he somehow managed to cheat those runs and get away with it for so long. But yeah, no, I'm like, I do feel a little betrayed because like when I was younger, I fully believed that those were legitimate. I thought World Game was like one of the coolest people in the GD community. But like, and now that I've watched the exposing video, like I never actually like clocked the fact that he like has zero connections to like people in the GD community. Which is a little suspicious. Yeah, the blindfolded guy, World Game, he got exposed. Some dude that took 1.7 million attempts beating VSC. Now I can believe that. That I could believe. Wait, unless it was hacked, unless it was proved to be hacked, I could believe that because it's VSC. And a lot of people like to like jump to like VSC. A lot of like challenge players like to jump to like really hard levels to like prove their skill. Test your might in the ring of glory type stuff, you know what I'm saying? You know, he had a lot of praise for that club step video. Unironically, he might just be worse than Space UK. At least Space UK actually like has shown that he has some dedication to the game by actually re-beating like stuff like Acheron. Like, sure, I don't really like what Space UK did. What Space UK did to the game's reputation, like that still upsets me to this day. But like, at least he's like trying to like make things, I guess, make things a little better by putting himself through the levels he hacked. You know. Yeah, Bagel. Sure thing. You can do some deco for your part in the collab. The collab is on hold for now. The collab is on hold. I want to finish this level before I resume the collab. But yeah. Honestly, it's straight up just might be the people who like made their parts in the gameplay will be decorating their parts. There are some parts, some like I made like 3 parts for the level, so I'm probably going to try to find some people who might want to, who didn't do gameplay, who might want to do some deco for those. Is there any theme? There'll be a little bit of a theme. I'll have to get back to you on the theming later, though. The name of the level will be Belly of the Beast, because that name is sick. Interesting. Belly of the Beast. I don't know, it just kind of sounds sick. Low-key, it's a reference to this old mobile game called Pizza vs. Skeletons. Goated game, by the way. One of the worlds in Pizza vs. Skeletons is called Belly of the Beast. And I think Belly of the Beast is like a figure of speech. Let me look it up real quick, actually. of the Beast. Beast meaning. Deep in the most dangerous, difficult, or central part of a bad situation, organization, or place. That's what it means. That's pretty sick. No, that's a goated name. Yeah, so like I'm in the belly of the beast, as in like I'm in the most like precarious situation. That's like sick. That's so cool. Yo, shoutouts to me for choosing the greatest name for the level ever. Nice. 0% chance of you waking up in a new realm, town named Nuketown. Okay. Bro, Nuketown. Crazy reference, bro. Crazy reference, Nuketown. Yo, what happened to James Bramwell? Nuketown's a reference to it's a reference to, I think, Escape from Tarkov or something. It's a video game reference. Yeah. Try not to time people out as a joke, Bagel. As a yeah, James Bramwell, if you're still here, Bagel did not mean it. Yeah, it was a yeah. Yeah, try not to do stuff like that as mod. Consider this a bit of a warning. I don't want to demod you because you've been a pretty good mod so far, but like, that is technically an abuse of mod powers. Yeah. Cooking such a banger layout. I believe you, man. You've made some really good layouts. Possible at the time obelisk out? I don't think so. Because I'm like the guy streaming. If it was possible for my own mods to time me out, that's like a flaw in YouTube's system. Want a small sneak peek? For sure. Once I'm done with the once I'm done with the structures here, I'm gonna open up a level request form for a bit. Let people request some levels. You can submit the sneak peek there. Parts here that I could probably just put like a blacks. Rob needs to add black slabs and black like mini blocks for real. I do not know why those do not exist. Alright. I don't want to delete all the start positions right now. Let me just do one last practice run and I will open up the level request form. Oh. Oh, I had multiple things selected, that's why. Alright. Skelly guy, you're probably gonna have to submit the ID through the form. I just want all the level requests to be in like one place. Okay. Well, now that I'm done with all the structuring stuff, I think I have a daily chest real quick. Yeah. I want to do all level requests I do through forms from here on out, just to make it easier. Just want to check. Nah. I like to check every now and then to see if Boogie Ball got raided. All right, let me get the form ready. This might take me a moment or two. Almost 31 gameplay. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Alright. Okay. I quickly got to change something on the form. So just another moment or two. There we go. All right. Should be safe. Let me copy the responder link. Copy. All right, let me pin the message, and then I'm gonna play a few levels for a little bit, and then I will close the form and play the level requests. Yep. The form is in chat now. It is also pinned in case you somehow can't find it. I'll probably give it like 5, maybe 7 minutes.
I do not want to play this. Custom orbs. That I want to play Saucing and Ballin'. Okay. Youch. Alright, I'm gonna check the form, see how many submissions there are so far. 2 responses. Again, if you want to submit a level, you got maybe a couple more minutes before I close the form. Super cool level. Nice. Alright. Nice. Alright. I definitely want to beat this level. This level's pretty fun. I'll do a practice run of it. And then once I'm done with the practice run, I will close the forum. That's a little iffy. UFO feels a little inconsistent. Kind of shocked that this got an 8-star rating instead of like 9. Wow. Is this like the hardest 8-star rated this year? This practice run has unironically taken me more attempts than I did to beat Sea Hunter, which is an easy demon. Kind of wild. All right, I'll finish the practice run later. I'll do this on the. It's in the real scary hours, so I have it somewhere. I'm gonna close the form in just a moment. Shout out to Chapo for getting rated. Pretty cool. All right, fish. Form is closed. I got 3 responses. Cool. All right. In the form response section, this is the real Skelly guy. What did he think of the bird? Said hi. I would say hi to that bird too. All right. So put a little ID 1 618 157 and all right. Here we go. Oh, Pixel War. Ooh. This song is slept on, really slept on. I've been bumping this song for months. People only started to seem to pick up on it recently, though. Oh yeah. Yo, that was really satisfying click pattern. Hold on, wait. Is there a is there a start position? If so, I can go in practice mode and remove it. There we go. Or sorry, not practice mode. The editor. This part feels a little bit finicky. I will say this part might benefit from you extending the pad to being 2 red pads instead of the 1. Let me try to get past this again. Just can't get past it. Unfortunate, because my favorite clicks in the level are like right after this. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna exit delete this. I'm gonna go back to the to this one. Levels up to date. Version 2. There we go. Yeah, it's no problem. It's pretty fun. Yeah, this could definitely benefit from an extension of the pad. But I'd say everything other than this part is really good so far. It's pretty cool. Alright, here we go. Yeah. Alright, next one is from Lucas Ice. Alright, what did Luke think of the bird? It's pretty cool, but the background could need some work. Loki looks preppy. Interesting. All right, and the level ID 131 618 484. Earthquake preview. I'll probably check out the fixed version later. Yeah. But yeah, Skelly Guy, overall, pretty fun gameplay so far. I'm excited to see the finished product. Alright, here we go. Okay, so far, one of my main complaints is towards the start of the level. It's a little hard to see the gameplay. I feel like the camera could be moved a little lower so you see the gameplay a bit more clearly as it pans to the gameplay. I should probably start putting, like, on the Google form what difficulty the level's supposed to be. Yo, Luke, what difficulty are you going for on this? Oh, that's some saucy gameplay right there. Yeah, you missed the level requests. I got 3 level requests. I'm gonna finish them, give them feedback and stuff, and then I'm probably gonna end stream after that. It's like 3 o'clock for me right now. I've been streaming for a hot minute. I would like to get something to eat. The gameplay so far, it's fine for like a demon, but as long as that's what the difficulty you're going for so far, the gameplay's pretty good. A couple sight readability issues, but nothing too bad so far. This is green orb timing. It's not too bad. The green orb timing, it's all right. I think the main issue I have with this part right here is how close this slope is. Give me a second. Somebody's honking their horn outside. I feel like the slope could be moved back a little bit. It would make this feel a little bit more fair. Because if you get caught on the slope, it's pretty much over. Replace the third spike over there with just a small one of the smaller spikes that looks just like that one. Replace it with a smaller spike. That would fix the hitbox to be a little bit better. You're not supposed to touch the slope. I know, but like the slope is like really close. It's really difficult not to touch that slope. Just giving a suggestion there. I like Fred. Hold on. Let me get back there. Fred's pretty cool. W Fred. Can we get some W Freds in the chat? Okay, let me checkpoint. Drop is absolute torture. Sorry in advance. We'll see about that. You know what? Whoa, what it? Oh, yo, what is that? Oh, I'm supposed to avoid that portal. Okay. Well, that was a cool transition. You might want to add an options trigger here so that to disable player 1 inputs until they reach that 3 times speed portal. What is that? The drop is not the best, I will say. I'm not the biggest fan of the portal gimmick here. I feel like if you made the blue portal smaller, it would make it a little bit better. But it's like pretty finicky. Let me actually turn on the hitboxes to see how tight that timing actually is. Yeah, that's... Definitely size the portals down. Okay. Go for the coin again. Definitely move this gear up. Are you going for like a specific demon rating? By the way, if you're going for like easy demon, definitely nerf some of these like transitions into the game modes. Because one thing I've noticed is that some of the transitions into the game modes have been particularly difficult. Easy demon. Yeah, so definitely what I would say is some timings should definitely be nerfed a little bit if you're going for easy demon. Also, really neat deco towards the start. The the camera here, the camera here towards the start goes up a little bit too much. And doesn't pan down fast enough either. So that's like one of the main things you should definitely do. Is make it so that it pans down either faster or make it not pan as far up. Overall, pretty cool. All right, next and final level request is from Jakey Man 007. Level ID is 1. Okay. What did you think about the picture of the bird? Looks pretty savage, not gonna lie. All right. The bird sends his regards. Let me put in this level ID. Four, two, three. 282. All right. It's the best brain rot. I do not like brain rot, so I don't know. The Tung Sahur or whatever his name is. It's like the only brain rot I've ever found minutely funny. I just like the word tongue and then followed by Sahur. I think it's, I guess, I don't know.
Second drop right now.
Ooh, okay. Yo, that's sick. No, I want to go back and look at that rainbow effect again. How did you do that? That is sick. I mean, it's not the worst. I don't like that, like, so much of the beginning is auto. Or, like, the whole beginning is auto. Would have liked some gameplay there. But overall, the wave gameplay here isn't that bad. I've played much worse wave gameplay before. Well, that's a neat idea, using those rainbow blocks. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, definitely put some gameplay in that first part. I know you say that this sucks, but it actually has some pretty cool ideas. Yeah, overall, not bad for like a 9 circles level. It had some really neat ideas that I did like. Some of the transitions, like the transition into the UFO, were not the best. But overall, the gameplay was not bad. Some parts did feel a little empty. It could benefit with some extra deco. Maybe like some custom backgrounds or something. And of course, like I said, gameplay towards the start. That's all you really have to say for this one. It's pretty cool. All right. Well, I'm going to do just one more practice run on this real quick. Gotta go. See ya. Thanks for stopping by, man. Yeah, doing one last practice run here. You should make sure I'm satisfied with all the structures and gameplay, and then stream will pretty much be over. I'm gonna end stream. All right. Yeah. I will this message, and thank you everybody so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Hope you have a great rest of your day, night, morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it is for you. Have a great one and take care. Bye bye.